Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie, and supposedly a whole bunch of details about the first 20 minutes of Avengers Age of Ultron leaked, and Mark Ruffalo has been teasing a Hulk standalone movie. Because the Avengers stuff doesn't really cover any super critical parts of the story, I don't consider it super spoilery, but I'll still post a special warning. And hello to all the new people who are just finding me for the first time. I do Marvel bonus videos every week, be sure to subscribe to get everything. I try to rotate the movies I do, but because Guardians is coming up, that's probably going to be next week. So what's going on in the world of the Avengers? Well, a bunch of people got invited to the set. They're still about halfway through filming, but they got invited to England in the place where they film all the scenes in the Avengers Tower, as well as the Quinjet. So they basically got to see like where Thor sleeps, and they got to see the Quinjet. Yes, there is a Quinjet in the movie, so I'm really excited. So the reason a bunch of story details leaked is supposedly that group of people got to see the first 20 minutes of the movie. Because of that, all this seems a little bit more plausible, so careful for spoilers if you don't want to know anything about Avengers 2, just in case these things are actually in the movie. The movie is supposed to start directly after that Baron von Strucker scene in Winter Soldier. The Avengers are in the process of cleaning up the remnants of Hydra, just like Nick Fury was talking about. In the opening scene, they're conducting a hit on the lab that Baron von Strucker is in. It's a big opening action set piece, lots of explosions. Remember how Thor the Dark World opened on that Battle of Vanaheim? They're basically opening the movie the same way, just a really big battle. Baron von Strucker is a lot like Hannibal Chow from Pacific Rim. Remember Ron Perlman's character? He'd run in and steal bits of the kaiju for experiments and shady stuff. Von Strucker has the corpse of one of the Chitauri Leviathans from the Battle of New York, along with a bunch of Chitauri weaponry and Loki's staff, which is supposedly powered by the Mind Gem. So the Avengers are basically running cleanup, and that's when they run into Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, who are basically working with von Strucker. That opening battle ends up being a really good intro to their characters and showing off their shiny new powers. We haven't really seen their type of powers in the Marvel Universe yet. So the funny part is that Scarlet Witch supposedly confounds the Hulk using her magic, like messes with his mind. She basically causes him to freak out and smash the hell out of everything. Eventually the Avengers do win, and they take Loki's staff and everything back to the Avengers Tower. So then it breaks into like a post-win celebration, like they just won the World Cup or something. But how do the Avengers party whenever they win a big battle? By taking turns trying to pick up Thor's hammer. Supposedly, Tony Stark tries whenever he's wearing his new armor. He's got a new version of the armor in this movie, of course. Whenever he lays into it, his arm on the suit just rips right out of its socket. But Captain America is able to make it budge just a little bit. In case you've never read the comics, Captain America is actually able to pick up Thor's hammer. They haven't done it in the movies yet, so Avengers 2 might be the first time we get to see that happen. Also in the comics, because Captain America has the most noble heart, he's the one the Illuminati allowed to wear the Infinity Gauntlet whenever it contains all 6 gems. He's like the one person who wouldn't go mad with power. So if he's good enough to wear the Infinity Gauntlet and control all of reality, then of course he'll be able to pick up Thor's hammer. Later we find out that supposedly Bruce Banner and Black Widow have a thing going on the side, but because Banner is afraid of turning into the Hulk while they're having sex, they haven't consummated the relationship. Like, they haven't done it yet. If you were a big Joss Whedon fan from the 90s and you watched Buffy, it'd be a lot like Buffy's relationship with Angel. Speaking of ships, if you did not like Natalie Portman in Thor the Dark World, she and Thor are supposedly not together anymore, so she's not really going to be in the movie, other than like a really small cameo. So what did we learn about the movie based on this screening? Well, basically, after Winter Soldier, the Avengers are just going to start running toxic waste disposal on all the remnants of Hydra, especially while Guardians of the Galaxy is going on. That's happening between Winter Soldier and Avengers 2, so it's all happening in real time. For example, the events during Winter Soldier are happening before the events during Guardians of the Galaxy, and the events during Ant-Man will happen after Avengers 2. So all these movies happen sequentially and chronologically. But based on this new information, let me know in the comments, what are you most excited to see? We don't have a ton of Ultron details yet, other than his general origins being, militarized Stark tech. Personally, I'm really looking forward to seeing Scarlet Witch confound the Hulk and just make him go crazy on everyone, and seeing Captain America pick up Thor's hammer. It's possible that scene of the Hulk fighting Iron Man in his Hulkbuster armor was from that Scarlet Witch scene. The Hulkbuster stuff was shot in South America, so that sounds kind of like where Baron von Strucker's lab was going to be. As for all the shipping stuff, I don't know how I feel about Avengers hooking up with each other, especially when the squad is so small. I'd understand a little bit more if there were like 20 Avengers, but we're not quite there yet. This is a Joss Whedon project though, so if you've ever seen something of his, then you know. The minute a bunch of crazy people get together, 2 of them are gonna start having sex. It just so happens that in this movie, the crazy people are Earth's last defenders, so doesn't that just sound like high school? More from Mark Ruffalo on the Hulk though. He's been doing a lot of interviews lately and teasing a standalone Hulk film. Marvel's probably been quietly developing one ever since they cast him, especially since after the Avengers did so well, but they have like a billion other films that they want to release first. Avengers 2, though, is supposed to put the Hulk front and center. Like, his character is going to be a core part of the plot in the movie. That doesn't mean it'll be all Hulk, but it'll be the closest thing we'll get to a Hulk movie until at least Phase 3 or Phase 4. In terms of live action stories, I'd really like to see them do Planet Hulk. They've done an animated version of it, or World War Hulk. I feel like either one of those would totally work. So because Guardians of the Galaxy is almost here in less than a month, I'm going to be doing bonus videos for that starting next week. Be sure to subscribe to get everything. I also just posted details on the new comic book characters coming to Arrow Season 3, including the Blue Beetle, so I'm really excited about that. You can click here to learn about it, and click here to learn all about Thanos' role in Guardians of the Galaxy. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. High fives.